Well, hello there, people in the internet, and hello again. I'm TheMBmulti, and welcome back to my Let's Play Dwarf Fortress Part 4. So yeah, we're going to continue with some more Dwarf Fortress. In the last episode, we started to construct the meeting hall over here, and some of these extra shops and extra stuff over here. So in this episode, we're just going to continue. Oh yeah, I've also made this big house down here, and possibly in this episode, we're going to designate our sheriff. But I first want to get some extra houses and stuff done, and possibly start working on those what they're called, on the defensive works. And Zach Taylor has made yet another masterpiece, and yet another masterpiece. A masterpiece door this time. Did we put our mechanic back on the mechanics? Yes, we did. Yes, it did. Okay, good. So yeah, our defensive works, the stuff that I want to do. There's a lot of stuff to do. Is this Bathhouse coal? No, that's Tephrodite. This is Bathhouse coal, so I suggest that we're going to dig some of this coal over here. I've never seen coal this shallow before. Well, then again, this is in the side of a mountain, so it's kind of deep in a way. I believe in the last episode we also had our traders coming in. I don't know whether it was the last episode or the episode before that, but at least we've got stuff, so I hope we can survive the winter. And there are a couple beds here that we can place for these new rooms. We got a lot of people. We got a lot of different people as well. A lot of different colors. Two purple ones, which are kind of noble-ish. A lot of peasants, so these guys are probably going to go in the military. And for the military, we also need an archery range for the crossbowmen. We bought, yeah, I believe we bought a crossbow, but primarily melee weapons. So we'll start off with a melee squad. Not that now, but what the hell is this? Hamster remains. Well, we can do without the hamster remains. Let's designate those to be dumped. Oh, the dwarven child is playing with a toy axe. Okay. There we go. There go the hamster remains. There is yet even more hamster remains. Yes, there are even more hamster remains over here. Dump that. So many goddamn hamster remains. What the hell am I supposed to do with that? Masterpiece door. But how are you constructing anyway? Doors and coffers. Doors and coffers. Okay. Right, so there are a couple things that we still need to construct in this fortress. We need to get our yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. We're gonna get that aqueduct on the way. I thought I told them to yeah, okay. It's still being designated, needs to be dumped. So I guess a dwarf will go over there. What? Yours the young. Cancels, prepare fine meal, needs unrotten cookable solid item. Oh, okay. So, we've cooked everything. How much stuff do we have? Z. Alright, we got 713 food. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. But yeah, having some more food is always nice. Alright. So, in this episode, I guess we're going to start building that aqueduct. So where is the river? There it is, all the way at the top. Dig. What I want is this to be dug out. Needs to be 5x5 chamber. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, there we go. One layer down. Right, so what I'm doing right now is I'm making all these separate rooms, but I will dig channels at them and make this one huge tube. And this tube is going to contain water. Oh crap. Right, so yeah, all this, okay. Designates 1, one more layer down, and there. Another layer down. There. Is this the right layer? No. 1, 2 more layers down. Okay. There we go. Excuse me. And this should then be... Yeah. Okay. Good, good, good. And then we designate this to be like that. There's no rush because I don't think the river freezes over at night. And then... Oh crap. Right, so I'll explain what I'm doing as I'm doing it. Right now I'm making the reservoir chamber, and this is the one that is gonna go to the farming area. Yeah, I think so. Okay, we then need a oh god, we need a 3x3 right there, and then underneath there we need a 7x7, I think. Let's start with a 3x3. This is a 5x5, and this is a 7x7. And that means here goes another 7x7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. And here in the middle is this, and this one. So, some huge digging projects for our miners. Alright, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In the middle, right there. Let's start off with 3. 3 farming fields. Alright. And we can later expand it in every direction we want. We could go crazy and make 4th ones and stuff right there. Should we make a 4th one? Yeah, why not? Let's make a fucking 4th one. Let's just go crazy on the old farming fields. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There. There. So, what I'm constructing right now is an irrigation system. If you were wondering what the hell I was doing. Let's immediately start with the bathhouse. I want the bathhouse over here somewhere. Yeah, let's make the bathhouse here. So this big room is going to be the bathhouse. Okay, it needs to be one longer. Just an area with a well or 2 in there. And then I'm just designating everything, and I'll explain what everything is in a second. And then we can best use this one. Oh fuck! Yeah, I kind of should have seen that one coming. Oh crap, and then we do it like that, and then we designate some more reservoir there, and then we're actually gonna go completely crazy with the reservoir, do it like that, and then we designate this and it all the way up to there with a thing. Oh, what? And I forgot one important thing. Designates an upward stair, which is U right there, and then an up and down stair there, 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 there. Whew! Alright, so this is our humongous aqueduct slash irrigation system. Are the miners doing something? Storing items, stockpile, and sleeping. Everyone else is... And the farmers don't have anything to do right now. Well, that will change soon. Do we have any animals to butcher? Yes, we do. We have a lot of animals to be butchered, actually. There we go. Alright, so what this entire this entire huge-ass project is going to be about, we're going to build our own aqueduct slash irrigation system. Because if we're on this, because we can actually farm already, but then we need fertilized ground, and that ground can only be found on the surface, because obviously this is all rock, so this is, you can't grow plants in here, obviously. But if you're under siege, then I obviously can't get to the... my old defensive plan is to stay underground and with our huge-ass defensive system. But yeah, then we can't access the upstairs level, and that means that we can't farm. That means that we will eventually just die. So, what this is going to be a huge farming area underground, which is going to... yeah, make sure that we can... what's it called? That make sure that we can live underground. That we can actually get our food from underground. Oh, it's auto-saving. It is winter right now. But yeah, what this does is... well, what this is going to be is... well, it's pretty straightforward. We're going to dig out all of these areas. And it's right next to the river. So, all of the... Hang on a minute, I'll just wait until it's done saving. It takes a little while. We should have another migration somewhere in the winter. Here we go, let's continue. Right, so all the way up to here, because these things are in channels, these are just all separate rooms. But I want this to be one huge channel. That just reminds me. Change this back to this, because otherwise the dwarfs are going to fall down. I just remember that. Otherwise, they will dig this away as well, and then they would, and when they want to go down here to like do stuff, mine down there, then will just fall down to their death. So I really should. I luckily removed it in time. Anyway, this is but yeah, because I want this to be here one huge tube. We first need to dig it out, and then we need to dig channels, layer down, so that we've got one huge empty tube. Once this empty tube is fully done, we will dig this thing away, and that will allow water to flow into our like huge tube, and this will completely fill with water. And now we've got a water reservoir, and these tiny 2-block areas are going to be our water connections. I'm going to place floodgates in all of them, especially this one, because we don't want our fortress to flood. All these are going to be floodgates, and then later on, if we need more water stuff, we can just take it from there. Yeah, and the water can go to various things. First of all, the water is going to go here to the bathhouse. This is where we're going to build a well, so that people don't have to walk all the way upstairs to drink. And these areas are going to fertilize the ground over here, because if you dig yourself a 3x3 area and fill that completely with water, you can spread it out over a 7x7 area, but it spreads out so thinly that all the water will disappear. And then it will all be a very fertile area of mud, and that we can use to farm upon. So we've got our own, these are going to be farming. This is all going to be stone, but it's going to be fertilized by the water, and then we can farm over here. I obviously want to make a road down here and a stockpile full with seeds, and then the farmers can farm down here. So then we can get our food from downstairs and our drinking water from downstairs, and that means that if we're under siege, we can just wait out the siege for as long as possible. Actually, Mason, you can stop with those things. I want you to make tables. I want you to make chairs, but I also want you to make floodgates. Let's double the floodgates, just because. I don't know how many floodgates you already have. I think I've already ordered you to make floodgates. Doors, thrones, drawers, coffers. I mean, doors and coffers. We don't have any floodgates. I might have sold them already. So, I need you to build a huge load of floodgates, because we need a lot of them. Also, you need to make 3 hatch covers. because we need to make the water flow from down here down there. Oh, the miners have made themselves stuck. Build. Oh fuck. Build construction. Ramp, which is R. If you build that ramp there, you should be able to dig that channel away, and then you should be able to get out. For now, though, we will use the channels as with the masterpiece floodgates. No, you can't dig that away. So annoying how the dwarves can get themselves stuck so easily. Designates. If we just remove this and then make a channel there, will that help? Nope, that won't help one single bit. This is... The road is gonna go here. And this will obviously access these things. And then this will be our seed storage. Alright. And then we build... Can we build the stairs here? Oh yeah, we sure can. Upward stairway. There, and then downward stairway. There and there. And then we dig away this temporarily. We won't keep it there the whole time, because obviously this is going to be the reservoir for our well. So we obviously don't want this to flood. We obviously don't want the water from here to go to there, obviously. So, our miners should be able to dig their way out. Right now they're digging the farming areas. And once they've dug out these stairs, they can actually get out and eat, drink, and sleep and stuff. Right, so this is the first thing that we're going to construct. Sooner or later we will also construct all the other things that we need, like the temples and the taverns and all the other stuff. But yeah, this is kind of vital for our, not really survival, because we can kind of survive. I actually don't want you guys to dig this, I want you guys to like survive this and dig the stairway out. So this is not going to be like exactly vital to our survival, because obviously we can get our resources from upstairs. But this will make it a lot easier. Yeah, dig that stairway. And then you guys should be able to leave. Are you guys master? No, you're not master. You're not legendary miners yet, but you should be pretty soon. There we go. Now you guys can escape and do that stuff. And I can designate this again. Build doors. I obviously want doors in this area. There and there. Builds construction wall. I want a wall right there. Oh no, hang on a minute. Remove construction. Build a construction wall. Yeah, they're gonna use. It says distance. Oh, for fuck's sake! It didn't. Oh, whatever. We will see what happens. It says distance 1, so that kind of. I guess that means that they're gonna grab one of this rock and move it in there. But yeah, for that they have to move in there to grab that. That's exactly what's going to happen. This guy is going to be an idiot and he's going to lock himself up. I already knew that was going to happen. No. There, dig that away. Hopefully that'll help. Yeah. Build construction wall. Build it there out of schist, only one thing away. There we go. Now you will stay on the correct side. Dwarves, such an idiot. Build door. We want a door over there. Because the door can stop the tiny water area flow, the tiny water flow. Does the river freeze over at night? I don't know. At winter. Yes, the river is frozen right now. That kind of sucks, but we bought a lot of wine and ale, so we should be able to last the winter. Yeah, we got some drinks left over. It's early winter right now. We've bought all the drinks that we could buy, so I hope that these guys will survive through the winter. And that's also the reason why I want this thing, because when all this water is in the reservoir, it won't freeze over during the winter. And also, working on this aqueduct while the water is frozen, that will make it less dangerous for our dwarves. Build a door. Is there a door already there? I don't think so. Door right there. I want a door right there, and I want a door right there. Taking out the seed storage there. Stockpile food. No, let's not make it yet, because and let's not make it a food either. All right, now they finally dug that out. Now they're digging out the rest. All right, now we also need a little control room over here. Also a 5x5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And this area is going to mimic all the... and there's going to be a walkway here to operate the other areas. This is also a 5x5 area, and there are going to be levers in every corner, right there. Oh no, this needs to be a little bit bigger actually. There we go. And then one there. There. Yeah, the room, there are going to be levers in this room, and the levers are going to mimic kind of the levers in this room. So they're going to mimic the floodgates that they're linked up to. So our mechanic should still be busy with the mechanisms. Yes, very good. Instead of constructing the mechanisms, the mechanic can soon do some other stuff as well. He can place levers and link them up to buildings. But that's also why we need a huge load of mechanisms. Do we have a lot of them? I mean, we sold a lot. Oh yeah, we got a lot of... Okay. Oh no, not that many though. We'll just let the mechanic continue constructing those mechanisms, because we kind of need a lot more than those. So our miners should have a big task ahead of them. Everything needs to be dug out. Everything of this stuff needs to be dug out pretty soon. And also busy with this area. River's frozen. 26 drinks. It's midwinter right now. Okay. We can survive this. We can survive the winter. I hope. The dwarves might be getting thirsty at the end of the winter, but I think they should survive it. Build a door. So yeah, a lot of building has to be done. A lot of building and digging has to be done initially, but it is worth it, because this is a lot. This is a big investment, of course, in our fortress, but it will help us in the long run. Of course, the farms will be a nice addition. But just also the fact that we've got underground, that we can stay underground literally forever. Right. Tables. 4 and then 6, 8, and 10. There we go. A lot of tables and chairs already, thanks to our fantastic mason, Zach Taylor, who is not a legendary. Oh, there we go. The TheMBmulti and AK Foxy. You guys are both legendary miners. Very good. Roman Nixon, construct building, cannot reach sites. What building? I didn't tell them to construct any building. What? Huh? That's weird. He said he cancelled constructing a building, but... Oh, maybe he means the chair. Why, actually? Unsuspend that chair. Yeah, there we go. You see, it's not that difficult. Okay, don't know why Roman Nixon decided to suspend that. Zack Taylor has once again made a masterpiece in his little masonry workshop, a floodgate this time. Designates channel digging. There have to be channels in these areas. They're going to be covered by a... Can we still do that? No, it's being addressed. We can't fix that. Dig channel. Yeah, those channels will be covered by a hatch cover, and then when the rooms are full with water, then we can drop the hatch cover, and then it will fill up the rooms down here. Right, let's make the stockpile right here. Change the settings of the stockpile. We do not want this stuff. We want food stuff. Enable foods, and then we want to forbid everything except seeds. Oh, and forbid that as well. And then we go to our food stockpile over here. Change settings. And we want to forbid seeds here. And we want to forbid seeds here. Why are there so many hamster remains all over the place? Why are there so many hamsters around here in the first place? Luckily, it looks like that all the dwarves have stored their food in the barrels, which is a good sign. All these animals are still ready for slaughter. Is the butcher busy with that stuff? Store item, stockpile, dump item. Yeah, they're moving. A lot of people moving stuff over to the. I don't even know where these hamsters come from. I don't even see them. But yeah, it looks like our dwarves have nicely stored the... oh fuck, my carpenter should stop making beds. Because we're almost out of wood. Build beds. Holy fuck, yeah. That's the dangerous thing of leaving your dwarves constructing something at repeatedly. You can end up with a excessive amount of items, which is sometimes it's good, but in case of wood it's not that good because we can't really access wood as easily as other items. Alright, so we will obviously have to chop down some trees. We'll chop down this one, and we will chop down this one. And that should help us to replenish our stone supply. Still have some drinks left over, it's still midwinter. Are miners done with digging? It looks like it. Yeah, miners are done digging. Okay. Build floodgates. We need a floodgate there. Oh, we have got more than enough floodgates. Floodgates there, floodgate there, floodgate there, there and there and there and there and there and there. And then we need to build trap lever. Lever there, lever there, lever there, lever there, lever there. And there, and there, and there, and there, and there, and there, and finally there! No, not finally, because we need all the lever right there, and there, and there, and there, and there, and there! Ah, there we go. Alright, mechanic, you can stop making mechanisms for now. Because you need to build those levers. Hurrah! Floodgates! Alright, we can actually suspend the construction of floodgates. We still need some floodgates, but we've got more than enough right now. You can focus on the tables and the tables and chairs for now. Speaking of which, oh crap, what the hell? Oh yeah, that's all other C's, other civilizations. Build chair. Do we have extra chairs? Yes, we do. We have a couple extra. Almost finishes up this row, which is very nice. It finishes up this row with tables. Very good. Alright, all those floodgates are in place. We still need floodgates there and there and there and there and there. Oh yeah, we also need to make one extra hatch cover because I decided on the last minute to do one extra farm. So we need one extra hatch cover. Yeah, stone supply is running kind of low. So people should... Alright, should we prepare fine meals and stuff again? Easy meal, fine meal, do that stuff. We should, in theory, some of the animals should have been slaughtered. Which means that we should have some extra stuff to do. Is this workshop done already? No. Needs leather working. And this needs... This is suspended. Why is that suspended? It should not be suspended. Apparently we don't have anyone with leatherworking skills. Where the hell is everyone gone? Oh yeah, they're obviously going to store all the items in the stockpile, the wood. Alright, mechanic, you kind of don't... I kind of don't want you to haul stuff. And there we go. I just want you to construct those mechanisms. Because that's kind of what we want to do right now. It's our priority here. So, by the way, in case you're not getting it, these levers mimic this room. This lever on the top opens this floodgate on the top. This lever on the top right opens this floodgate on the top right. This lever on the bottom will open this one. We never want to pull this lever, just in case. But well, maybe possibly if there are like 10,000 goblins walking over here and then destroying us. But whatever. And then we've got these two levers here. This lever will open the floodgate, and this lever will release the hatch cover. And same thing over here. And we need to dig extra, because I forgot that we actually have 4 of these things right now. Cancels give water, need empty buckets. You don't really need to give water. If we've got extra dead animals, we got extra food. It's kind of mean to say it like that, but that's kind of the long and short of it. We are almost out of drinks, and it is late winter. Okay, alright, so they're going to be a little bit thirsty by the end of the winter. But we have narrowly survived the winter. And that's also why we want this aqueduct to be working, because obviously, I mean, we managed to survive this winter because of what's it called? Because I bought in a bunch of ale, but and beer, but they didn't have, the traders didn't have that much ale and beer to begin with, so. Eventually, when we've got a huge population of about 200 dwarfs, for example, then it is going to be very difficult to... okay, prepare fine meal and stuff is already being cancelled because we don't have cookable items. But that's kind of because the butcher is not doing his job, because we need that stuff to be slaughtered. What's the butcher doing? Store item in stockpile. Are you guys still busy with the wood? I guess so. Oh yeah, we can see... Oh yeah, they're still busy with the wood. Alright, so people are getting thirsty right now. It's late winter, so we should be able to survive it just by the nick of things. Hopefully. It's always so dangerous when you're in a temperate area and the river freezes over during the winter and no water source. Yeah, I know. But yeah, as I was saying, if you got like a huge population of 200 dwarfs, and the traders don't bring you enough beer, and the river freezes over, then like your population is gonna like die from dehydration. It looks like they're going to store some seeds in the seed stockpile. Yep, there we go. So it is obviously very useful when this is all farming area, when we got these seeds for that for those farms. Masterpiece throne. Wow, 11 chairs. We can start in the second row. Oh crap. I'm just making one row this time. And that's everything, and then tables. There we go. Another masterpiece throne. Move that in there. So yeah, this is going to be our dining slash meeting hall, if you didn't know already. Right now there are not that many people in here, because primarily they're hauling and building stuff, but yeah. Alright, so our mechanic is thirsty, but he's busy with the mechanisms, which is good. Build a door right there, just because it looks nice. Build trap lever. How many mechanisms do we have left over? Still quite some, so that's good. So as I said, all these levers are going to be linked up to the corresponding floodgates, and this will be the control room right there. The control room will be right there. So it's still late winter. I really hope that spring arrives soon. When that does arrive, everyone's gonna rush upstairs and drink something. But yeah, this. Oh, actually, I could start. I really should start already on making the tube, because these are now separate chambers. But as I said, we want this to be a tube, so you want to dig it from the outwards. From the outside in and from the top, from outside in and top to bottom. So basically, you start on the top on the outside. You want them to dig away that rim there, because otherwise they can get themselves stuck, as we've seen in the beginning of this video. There we go. And now this area. Well, all the water will flow in from this area down this one. But yeah, then here it's still stuck. So what we want to do is do the exact same thing here and then all the way down. The up and down stairway in the beginning will remain, so the dwarves can still walk around. But yeah, later on will be flooded, so it will be to no use to us. But designate channel. Okay, designate channel digging. Here we go. So yeah, slowly but surely we're making this huge tube, and it will be all filled with delicious sweet water. And once it is filled with water, then we will have a steady water supply, and we don't have to worry about the fact that the river freezes over, because as I said, water inside this underground tube will never freeze over. So we will always have access to fresh water, even when the river is frozen over, and that will also make sure that our population can increase, because obviously, right now, if I don't buy enough beer and everyone gets, and I've got a lot of dwarves that are thirsty, then they're all just gonna die. So, we're just going to dig away all this stuff. Designate channel. We should be relatively close to the end. Designate channel. La la la. There's a lot of Bathhouse coal there, but there's enough in the wall in the map generated in general, so I not really going to worry about that. Dig, dig, dig. Designates channel. Another laydown. So yeah, the aqueduct is one of the more essential parts of the fortress. So once this is done, then most of our essential thingies are done. Others are also essential, like the temple and the tavern and the meeting hall, but those are essential to keep them happy. This is essential to keep them alive. So therefore, I decided to do these things first, and the defensive areas will be the defensive systems will be ready too, because those are also very useful to keep them alive. That's what I'm going to work on next after the aqueduct is done and fully operational. Then we're going to work on the defensive systems. And once the defensive systems are done, then we can primarily focus on the defensive system. Won't be completely finished in one go, because as I said, it's a step-by-step plan. First of all, I want to make what's it called, a molly in front of the main gate and a drawbridge over there, so that we can just, that's the beginning. And then in the long corridor, which is halfway on the grounds, I want to make the extra molly with drawbridge and the detour routes which the enemy have to take if they want to get to us, with all the booby traps. And then outside I want to make some walls and stuff to make it more difficult for them to go there. And I also would like to construct some towers in the mountains, which will also make it more difficult for the enemy to advance, because I will have crossbowmen in those towers and they will shoot down invading goblins. So yeah, that's all a step-by-step plan. First thing yes, it is spring. We survived the winter. That is a good thing. And it's a full moon as well. If you look at the top, all the way to the top right, you can see a little O or a 0 over there, and that is a full moon. It doesn't really benefit you in any way. Well, it doesn't really do anything, but it is primarily because of a werebeast. It's not a, you heard me correctly. It's not a werewolf, a werebeast. It could be anything. I've seen bears, badgers, platypuses. Basically, everything's possible. Werebeasts are annoying in your fortress. We will be under attack by a werebeast. I guess this year, because this is the second year. Alright, so we're finally done here. The mechanic is still busy moving all that stuff. Everyone is going to rush out to... Oh, I thought they were all going to rush out to drink, but... The fishers are off to fish again, so that means, yeah, the water has melted. So the fishermen are fishing again. And our huge tube is done. And it has moved all the stone down here. So right now we're going to link up to a floodgate. We wanted that floodgate, those mechanisms. And then we move, add new task, floodgates. That one, those mechanisms. Add new task, floodgates. Not that one, not that one, that one with those mechanisms. Add to floodgates. So, now we're also going to give all these levers a task. I want all these levers to be linked up to the corresponding floodgates. We might just have enough mechanisms for this area. But yeah, then we need to make the mechanic... Luckily it is spring right now, so we can go a little bit further without these things. Add to floodgates. This one. Add floodgates. This one, those mechanisms. Ooh, we're just not going to be able to make it with all these mechanisms that we forgot right now. So we need a mechanic to do some more stuff. Or we can just make it with the floodgates we've got right now. Designate. No, add floodgates. That one, those mechanisms. Whoa! That was close. Dig. I forgot to dig this one out. Oh, that's stupid. Okay, well in that case we can remove this lever over here. because I don't really feel like... Oh, hang on a minute. X remove building needs mechanics. So I also want to unsuspend this. I want the mechanic back on there, making more mechanisms. Once all the stuff has been linked up and everything. A masterpiece limestone throne. Oh yeah, let's actually place in all the stuff that he has created in the meantime. And this row is done. We'll start on this one. And then the tables. There we go. And that's going to be it for this one. So I'm going to pause it here. So no migration this time, unfortunately, but we have constructed the aqueduct. It's still under construction, actually. But yeah, once this monster thing is done, it's going to be a huge. It is a huge investment in the fortress, but once it is done, it will give us a lot of other benefits. We will have a steady underground water supply, and we will be able to farm underground. So in the next episode, I will continue building this thing, and hopefully we'll have another migration then. So that's going to be this one. Hope you almost enjoyed the video. So click the like button underneath if you liked the video. Subscribe to be part of the Roman army so you never miss any more videos. You can do that by clicking the subscribe button over the left of your subscribers underneath the video. See you later, Romans. Ave.
And remember this above all, our Roman gods are watching. Make sure they are not machines!
This monster.